I study the darkness. You find no fucking answers in the light. None. It's too happy. It's too nice. And we don't need to be taught how to live in happiness. That just comes naturally to us. Happy moments, but the dark times, man, you can't get there unless you put yourself there. Life will take you there. But when you get into those dark moments, that's why people, how are you able, man, I couldn't read and write till I was a junior in high school. How are you able to write like this, man? Motherfucker, I go to such places in my mind and I study the darkness. Like it's not just physical. When I was growing up and I saw my mom getting beaten, I got beat. And I was some stuttering little black kid in an all white school and I'm on stage and I gotta say one fucking line in front of fucking 15 people and I walk off stage because I was fucking stutter. All those insecurities and all those fucking things, man. I used to go home and cry and like, oh my God, man, I'm fucked up. I'm so fucked up. Hang on, man. As I got older, we gotta study this shit, man. The only way we're gonna fucking get through this is if we study it. So every time I'm in a dark moment and life's fucked up around me, whether it be physical or just life, I get in it, man, with a fucking pen and paper. I'm like, okay, this fucking sucks. I can feel like I'm fucking losing my shit, but let's fucking study this. Let's come out of this motherfucker genius. You know, I studied the black matter of the mind. The dark matter, you know, like Stephen Hawking. That's the name. I said it right. That's where I consider myself, man. You know, I was on a journey, like, just like you said. I mean, you couldn't have said it any better. And so many people get it wrong. I don't give a man. You can't. For me, I cannot help people. Like, there's a lot of cookie cutter out here in this world. Oh, discipline. Wake up early. Take a cold shower. This, that, whatever. It's all fucking bullshit. It's not. But what they don't teach you within the cookie cutter is like our minds are like a fucking garage. And the garage, if you open a garage that's all cluttered up, it's all fucked up, you can't put your car in there. You got fucking boats and you got fucking kids' toys and shit everywhere. But if you organize that fucking garage and you put everything in its rightful spot, you can put that car in there. You can put two cars in there. You can put bikes in there. And that's like with the mind. People talk about discipline, determination, repetitions, and all this shit. Consistency. Why people fall off the wagon so often is because their mind is full of shit. There's no room in that mind for discipline. There's no room for consistency. They may do it once or twice, but then the mind takes over and that cluttered garage comes in. And then it's like a circuit breaker, man. A circuit breaker just overloads and sparks. And our minds, that's our mind, man. It's like a fucking circuit breaker that has so much shit in it. You keep on loading it. You can't put any more into it. So I talk about it in there, man, so much about clearing space in your fucking mind so that you have room for all those discipline, waking up early, taking those, because they do mean something. But we don't get to that fucking dark matter that is keeping you from clearing out that mental garage.
That's a good way to put it, because that is the mind of most people, is filled with stuff that they have to move around to get to what they want, and it's constantly piling up, and they're unorganized. And
organized mind, man. You looking at, I gotta take care of the kids' schedules all fucked up, my husband, my wife, you know, I'm going by McDonald's to get this, and I'm rushing my schedule. Everything's just,
I wish I was doing this, but I'm doing that.
That's it.
And that and this, and I want a raise, but I can't get one.
That's it.
My boss is an asshole.
Where's greatness in that, man?
Yeah.
You can't fit discipline into that. You can't fit structure. You can't fit consistency. You can't fit the grind. And then when you try, it gets fucking overrun by the fucking clutter in your fucked up mental garage.
My favorite quote of all time by T.S. Eliot: those willing to risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Notice that it says those willing to risk. You have to risk failing. You have to risk getting mocked. You have to risk your safety and security if you want to find out how far you can go. If you want to find out how many lives you can touch. If you want to find out what it tastes like at the top, you have to be willing to risk going too far. Someone has to have the vision. God gives a vision to a person, and that person leads many people out of a dark situation. So you may be chosen with your vision to lead your family out of the cycle of limitations, to lead your people out of poverty. Maybe you were the leader that was called to lead everyday people to stop believing that there's no hope for their life.
God will test you with suffering. God will test you with challenges. God will test you with difficulties. God will test you with hard times. But that is when the proof of your faith is manifested. Not when everything is given to you. Not when it's easy. Not when times are simple. But in the challenges. Do you curse God, or do you bless him for giving you the opportunity to experience these challenges and experiencing difficulties to become better and to get closer to him?
Life is hard any way you choose to live it. Your dreams demand sacrifice, discipline, and resilience. Yes, it's hard. But so is living with the weight of unfulfilled visions and regret. Pain will always be a part of life. So tell me, what pain will you choose?
You should feel fantastic when you're given a challenge. When hard is put in front of you, you should say, finally, God, universe, finally you've given me something difficult. My life has been too easy for too long. I'm too capable to live such a meager existence and simply survive with sustenance and Netflix. I needed a challenge. I needed something difficult. Finally, thank you.
You're never going to be a good man or good at being a man without pain and suffering. You're going to have to go through a bunch of shit and have a terrible life to become a good man. I think you should embrace that and accept it. And I think that the correct mental model for men to have is a degree of stoicism and not to be too concerned with even how they feel. If I woke up today happy, I would have done this interview with you. If I woke up today sad, I would have done this interview. What's the difference? Why put so much importance on my emotion if certain things must be done? I must work, I must train, I must see Tucker Carlson, I must resist the Matrix. I've got things to do. Yes.
So when men say, oh, I feel sad, who cares? The world doesn't care. All the men who are out here to destroy you and take your girl don't care. So why do you care? Like, the person who should care least is you. You're the only person who wakes up every day who should have a genuine vested interest in improving your life. Nobody else wakes up and wants to improve your life, only you.
You should be a monster.
An absolute monster.
You should be ruthlessly ambitious,
And then you should learn how to control it.
and it's that old expression. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
You have to make the task small enough so that you'll do it, no matter how small that is. If you make the task small enough, I've never seen anyone not be able to progress if they made the task small enough.
Your story may not have a happy beginning, but that does not make you who you are. You are not defined by what was out of your control. It is the rest of your story, what you choose to do about it, who you choose to be. That is the real you. So tell me, who are you?
The hero is the person who confronts horrible, chaotic potential and tames it and makes something of it, right? That's the fundamental human story. But the problem is that you have to face what you don't want to face in order to fix it.
Yeah.
And so you look at all the things about yourself that need to be burned off, that need to be dispensed with. And that, man, especially at the beginning, especially if you're screwed up, that may be like 95% of you just has to go up in flames. And it's painful. Even some of that stuff that you have to burn off doesn't want to die. And it'll scream in agony while you're burning it off. It's not pleasant. But if you know that you're the thing that can transcend your problems, most fundamentally, if you know you're the thing that, if it faces the problems, can transcend them, then you have the faith that would enable you to take stock of who you are.
And remember this. You'll be alone in the most difficult times of your life. These times will make you wise, mature, and fearless. No matter what good you do to people, they will only remember your mistakes. No is one of the most powerful words in existence. Don't be a people pleaser. For the best, prepare for the worst. To reach somewhere, you need to leave something behind. When you are angry, stay silent. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. Accept criticism, but never accept disrespect. The best way to respect yourself is to discipline yourself. Never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but it's more difficult to regret. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart. If you are a giver, remember to learn your limits because the takers don't have any.
There is no safety in a job. There is no safety in a degree. The only security is found within yourself. Your skills, your network, your resources, your abilities, your mindset, your intelligence. The things that you can actually control. Dude, life isn't safe. The highest risk takers are the people that win. And here's the thing. I prefer going out with nothing, having gone all in and tried, because I end up with nothing either way. I die naked, alone. So that's why I don't take it so seriously. Everybody's out here taking it seriously. Like they're going to take it with that. Like they're going to be remembered in 100 years.
I don't care who you are, how much money you have, what you have going on. When you get out of bed every day, life is standing right there to punch you in the mouth. And you have to overcome all these different struggles in life every day. Right. I actually love when adversity is thrown at me and I have to deal with this stuff.
This is kind of part of being a man. It's like, you kind of got to fuck it all up a little bit.
I think so.
I think part of learning is dying. I think part of learning is you got to die a little bit. Because what is learning? Learning is me giving up on my old shit, my old ideas. Those ideas have to die for me to be open to some new shit. And so me learning how to be a better man, I had to die a little bit.
And when you kill shit inside of you, man, there's a fucking hole. And you don't know what to put in there.
Right.
You just got to find the right food.
Right.
You got to find the right food.
And I was lucky to have like some good dudes in my life at the time when it hit for me to be able to fill it with the right shit.
The man who never failed. The man who never fell has no glory. The man who fell and got back up, that's where his glory is. The man who fell 20 times and got up 21 times, that man has even greater glory.
Wow.
That man has more courage, way more courage than the guy who was so strong from birth that he never failed. There's no glory in that. And so I just try to encourage guys. It's like, hey, we're humans. But we have inside of us, we have a courage and we have a determination and we can have a strength and a gentleness at the same time. And that's our glory.